told as a fairy tale.
You risk all by this, my lady.
He told me to listen to my heart.
You think Angelica Fanshawe is at the center of this web?
I believe her letters will lead us to William Goff, the last of your father's murderers.
You know my father?
He helped me before he became a land pirate.
William Goff, 1630.
Dad, handed down by Charles Stuart's agents in Massachusetts.
Henry Cresswell has consented to take you under his roof as wife.
Well knowing Abraham Goff to be a false traitor, you did conceal him in your dwelling house.
Were you my own mother, I would see you burn for your wanton depravity.
England should be a commonwealth where men and women strive together for the common good.
This Parliament is hereby dissolved.
I acknowledge His Majesty's favour in altering my daughter's sentence to transportation.
So, tell me about my loyal subjects who harbored Goff for 20 years. Rebels and traitors. They swear an oath of allegiance to Massachusetts rather than to you, Majesty.
Public duties.
Private pleasures.
Who dares buy and sell my sovereign territory? Men like John Hawkins buys the wilderness from Indians, parcels it up, and then rents it to settlers, or sells it on to land speculators like himself. We have been distracted by our enemies in Parliament. But now they are overcome, it is time to remind Massachusetts it is not a free state, but our colony. We granted its charter, and we can take it away. So, my Lord Jeffreys, if I grant your wife's brother the Fanshawe estate, he will expand his clay pits to make bricks for my new palace at Winchester.
He will, Your Majesty. It will be the greatest honor, sire. I will move into Fanshawe House immediately.
You may have the land for your clay pits, but the house remains forfeit to me. However, if you were to bring me Abraham Goff,
Separate.
Throw down your weapons! And you will be spared. Fire!
Go. Live to fight another day. But if you love me, do not leave me to the butchers.
They were as brothers to me. You should go home while you still can, Ned.
Your father said the day would come when Americans must stand and fight for their liberty. I did not know what he meant until I met you. Come to Boston with me. Help me spread the word.
England is my home.
They will not rest until they have killed you, my friend.
They'll never take me alive.
Hardwick Jeffries and Charles Stewart will pay for today with their own blood.
Have a care, Abe. Be not alone and driven by hate. Be not so quick to draw your pistols. Your anger has cost others dear.
But for me, Angelica Fanshawe would still be mistress of this house. And Beth wouldn't be on a ship that lies at the bottom of the ocean. You should go home, my friend. Go and marry Hope Russell if she'll still have you. Ned.
Let this hand be an enemy to tyrants.
Beautiful.
Beth? Who are you? Why are you wearing her dress?
I'm Agnes. I've always dreamed of wearing her gown. We feared you'd gone, but you stayed to save us.
Save you?
From Hardwick. He has given the Fanshawe land and we are to work in his new clay pits.
And the house?
Not until your head is displayed on the city gates.
Why are there so few of you?
Many tribes rose up to drive the white men from these lands. His guns scattered us all across these woods. One day, I will reunite my people.
Go by river as far as Tomahawk Falls, pick up mules and supplies, and then we'll follow the Indian trail to the Wawasi.
The Indians will let you be if you give them liquor and looking glasses. And I'll see you in 3 months. Make a success of this, Henry, and you're a made man. God go with you.
Come on, put your back into it, girl.
Go on, keep digging.
If I'd have killed Hardwick today, your lives would be worse, not better. Kill one Hardwick and another will take his place. Do you understand?
I do.
Our lives will never change until the kings are toppled from their thrones.
Must you go to London?
I will seek out Algernon and Sidney. He fought with my father at Moss and Moor. He is England's best chance of bringing down the Stuarts.
The Duke of Monmouth gave it to me. Let it help the good old cause. Get a new suit of clothes.
This is the brisk lad I spoke of, son of our old comrade, William Goff. Your father never gave up hope that England would one day be a republic.
I long to see that day.
That day is closer than you think.
Monmouth would support the murder of his own father.
He would be king.
But you would rid England of kings.
The last time we killed a king, the country pined until it had another. Better to leave them a figurehead. Consider Venice. It has its duke, but it is a true republic.
Yet he is a duke, not a king.
Monmouth would be given his crown by Parliament, not by God.
To our new republic.
New republic.
Where in the world have you been? We feared you were dead.
I'm sorry, Father. I'll explain everything. But first, tell me about Hope.
John Russell died. His case never came to court. Hope couldn't go back to Hadley, nor could she stay here a woman alone. And there was no word from you. She received a handsome offer of marriage.
Who?
Henry Cresswell.
Did you give her my letter?
I knew she was not the right wife for you. You will do better. Ned, I forbid you!
I wrote you a letter. I told you how much I love you.
The King is out of patience with Massachusetts. You sympathise with the Republicans, and you have carved up this colony in your own interests.
Massachusetts is run by the corporation strictly according to our royal charter.
Do not take me for a fool, sir. You and your friends are the corporation. You all sit in the general court as select men, where you grant yourselves titles to land you have purloined from Indians.
But
Charles Stuart has absolute sovereignty over every perch and rod of land in this colony. I wish to examine every land title each of you possesses.
We need to back up our titles with new documents from the Indians.
Quit claims. We've weathered these storms before. A plague or a papist plot will come along to distract the king.
Our charter enshrines our rights and privileges.
And what the Stuarts gave, they can also take away. Charles Stuart is a tyrant. He will tolerate no challenge to his authority. Be prepared to defend your liberties.
Chains and 12 links.
I think you dream of the life you lost and the man you loved in White Man Woods. You will go away with those men.
You think they will go away, Masker?
My father agreed to share this land.
They were marking out the land. They mean to settle here.
Here is the white man's mark. And here is my father's.
What if they build a new village along the river?
We will live in peace with them.
What if they will not live in peace?
We will move further into the woods. No more blood, but not sinning. Whose village will you live in?
I shall stay with you.
ancestors' bones lie here. You must not go there.
Tell him, Henry.
Mesikawis.
My friend, you do not tell us where we can go. We tell you.
My father agreed to share this land.
Achak sold this land to John Hawkins 10 years ago. You must go by the end of the month and take your mother's and father's bones with you.
He meant no harm. Let him go, and we'll leave you in peace.
A knife at your throat.
I did nothing. I was looking for a place to piss.
They were hostile from the first day. Their sachem, goes by the name of Masker, says this treaty proves he still has rights to the land, the burial grounds and etc. Upshot being, no intention of going anywhere.
We'll see about that. A knife at your throat. Why?
The Indian was angry because he thought Stackpole saw something. He can't be sure, but he thinks it was a white woman.
You think? Why are you not sure what you saw, Stackpole? Was he drunk again? Get out of here, Stackpole. You had your chance to make a fortune, and you let liquor get in the way. Again.
Words. Words that can never be published. We talk while the Stuarts kill us, one by one. And now Howard arrested.
Be patient, Abe.
Wait patiently until they come for you too.
Do not fear. There is no evidence against me.
Do you truly believe, sir, that the great houses would rise up if the Stuarts were assassinated?
They are sworn.
Then put one brisk lad within 10 yards of them, and you will have the spark you need to fire the uprising.
No. No, Abe. It would be suicide for that brisk lad.
A price I would willingly pay.
Dear Ned, I am safe and living under the protection of the kindest and wisest of men, Algernon Sidney. Soon we will set the world turning.
But for now, your impetuous friend must learn the virtue of patience.
Set the world turning.
Oh, he'll never rest till he kills the king and his brother.
What would that mean for us?
A chance for Massachusetts to seize her own destiny.
And we must be ready.
Stay a little longer.
I cannot.
No, Ned, he will shoot you. Henry, I'll come home with you, please.
Save yourself.
I will not leave you.
nobly when the time comes, not cut down like dogs behind closed doors.
I could take you before the General Court and denounce you. Have a red A for adulteress sewn into your dress. Shame you before the whole town. Have you whipped, or worse? But my children have already lost one mother and they have a certain attachment to you. So, you will promise you will never see that man, that boy, again, in return for which I will allow you to live under my roof.
Henry,
Promise! Or I will have you both hanged as adulterers.
I promise.
Love? What does a boy like you know about love? Love begins and ends in family. You steal another man's wife, you destroy love. You destroy his family, and you betray the community.
I can't live here knowing she's the property of a man like Creswell.
Ned, when you came back here from England all fired up about Charles Stuart and what he intends for us here, you said that you wanted to defend our liberties, to make sure the tyrant didn't enslave us the way he enslaved Englishmen. And you can do that, my son, with the power of the Hawkins Bay Company behind you. But you must stay here in Boston. Work hard. Earn the respect of the community that you want to lead. And you must stay away from Hope Creswell as a woman alone. You know the law. If you were discovered, she'd pay with her life. Time to go home.
That land that Creswell's settling.
What about it?
There are some documents missing in the chain of title.
Don't concern yourself with that. Henry Creswell has it in hand.
Well, yes, but I can't find anything.
Henry Creswell has it in hand. Now, Martha expects us for dinner.
What does your father want of me now?
Nothing. I've come to ask you about that land up along the Wawassi.
Ask your father about it.
But I can't find a single piece of paper that says how we got hold of that land in the first place.
Customary fashion.
20 years ago, when Hawkins Bay bought the land that became Hadley, the Indians said over and over they didn't want to sell. And then one day we put a claim in with the land registrar saying the land is ours through vacuum domicilium. No Indians on the land anymore.
Yes, that's how it was.
So what happened to them?
Buy me some more ale, and I'll tell you a story, Mr. Hawkins.
His name was Wawannalet. He was the most powerful of the Sachems. His heathen people believed he could make magic. Cause a green leaf to grow in winter. Trees to dance, water to burn.
You wouldn't sign over his ancestral land, so you bribed him with baubles and liquor, and then you put a gun to his head. Customary fashion. And when he still refused, you dragged him from his tent and scalped him.
I paid him fair and square for the land that they were leaving idle. Then he tells me they won't go. I had to take away his power, the life force that they believe is here. I didn't kill him. I shamed him. His tribe moved on. We built Hadley. Tamed another piece of this howling wilderness.
Is this what you sent Cresswell to do along the Wawasee? Is this what Henry Cresswell has in hand?
Henry will do what needs to be done.
No, I won't let him.
I came here 50 years ago with my father to help John Winthrop build a new Jerusalem in this vacant wilderness. And I have played my part in God's plan to create a new world for the persecuted and the downtrodden.
And was it God's plan that you should own half of Massachusetts? I didn't want to believe William Goff when he called you a land pirate, but that is exactly what you are, Father. You steal Indian land by force and sell it at a profit to settlers desperate for a new start. Are the Indians not part of God's plan?
Yes. The Indians are idle heathens. Satan's way of challenging us as we do God's will.
What is God's will for the Indians?
That we should clear them off the land.
Folk are safe. Bring them back when you make your mark on this land deed.
The Great White Father, King Charles. He needs you to do this, and then we all know who owns the land. I don't think he understands, Henry.
I understand.
If we're not back by nightfall, your women folk will be shipped down the river and sold as slaves in Boston Market.
Live here?
Sure.
We stay here?
Yes. You stay right here.
Bring the women.
No harm done. Look, the girls will give them blankets to keep them warm.
What is this?
I promised.
Madam, I don't know who you are or where they stole you from. But walk slowly towards me. I can take you away from these red devils and home to your own people.
I am home. These are my people.
She's turned Turk, Henry. Let's take her by force.
Leave her. Let's go.
Ich hab's hoch. You must lead people.
I promise. Your son will live, and he will remember. He will know who he is and where he came from. And I will tell him how the white men came, and with their guns drove you from your woodland home. And I will tell him how his father stood fast against them, and he will be proud to be the son of a sachem like Masker.
You must have got them from the infirmary. I didn't believe he'd do it. I sure didn't believe they'd work so well.
Yeah, you're on the money. What is it?
Cresswell, it's me, Stackpole. I'm coming in.
Stackpole? What in God's name are you doing here?
Bringing him.
I need to talk to Henry Cresswell on company business. The rest of you go inside.
He knows, Henry. The savages are all dead.
And praise the Lord. He cleared the land for us.
With a little help from you and your pox-ridden blankets. Did my father know? Stackpole, go inside. Did my father know about the blankets? Henry's dead. And we need your help.
The traitor Sidney awaits trial in the Tower, Your Grace.
That old Roundhead. They called the murder of our father the bravest act that ever was done in England. Destroy him.
Will he be the last, Jeffries? Or will the plotting go on and on?
I believe he is the last of the great men that conspired against you, Majesty.
Except for your bastard son, Monmouth.
Yes, except for Jamie. Then do what you must with Sidney.
The Lord demands 2 witnesses in a trial for high treason. The turncoat Howard is one, and the outlaw Goff is the other. After a day or so more in my care.
Have you not broken him yet?
Almost, Your Grace, almost. Who's there? What devil are you?
No devil, my lord, but a Christian woman come to pray with Abraham Goff that he may confess and be spared the rack.
Pray with him, then. Pray that he gives me the evidence I need. You'll still see his heart cut out in the marketplace.
He's broken your bones. This will take away the pain. You must drink it all. He's here.
We feared the plague. That's why we threw him in the pit without delay.
Bring him up, you fools. Hangman, take off the head, quarter him and throw the entrails to the dogs. I want him displayed on the city gates within the hour.
He's gone, my lord. The anatomist must have had him.
He's cold as ice, Agnes. How many drops did he give him?
Too many, I fear.
We'll bury him here, in Whiteham Woods.
Grandfather.
I will help you. You must stay hidden. Wear my other dress. Nor can burn those clothes. Henry Cresswell was a cruel man. I cannot mourn his passing. But if those Indians died of smallpox, it was God's providence and nothing else.
Why would God want to exterminate such good people?
Ah, Ned. Glad to see you made it out of there. Wasn't it hell when those Redskins burst into camp and murdered poor Henry Cresswell? Or are we saying a tree fell on him or a grizzly bear ate him up? Anyway, I'm sure you'll let me know what it is that you want folks to believe.
The whole of Boston will be all too ready to believe that you murdered Henry so you could have his widow. I'll be paying off that drunk for the rest of his life.
Did you know about the blankets?
What blankets?
You know what blankets. Tell me the truth.
Ned, look. Randolph holds our future in his hands. What you call the truth would bring down the Hawkins Bay Company. That truth would give the king the excuse he needs to take away Massachusetts' charter. And that same truth will hang your lady friend. So we need to tell Randolph something clearer than the truth. Cresswell got their sachem to make his mark. Will that stand up in an English court?
So what happened to your trailblazer?
Henry Cresswell's hellish death, cut to pieces by heathens, is the price we pay for opening up the frontier. Consider, Mr. Randolph, each new town we plant becomes another part of England. Another part of the new world that will never be swallowed up by Holland or France.
Yeah, it's being swallowed up by the Hawkins Bay Company.
Men will not venture all to tame the wilderness for no reward. We are not Virginia, sir. We cannot get tobacco to grow. Nor have we found gold to mine.
Land is gold in Massachusetts. That's why Mr. Randolph is here.
I'm here, young man, to remind Massachusetts it is a colony and not a republic. New England belongs to His Britannic Majesty.
Massachusetts belongs to the people.
His Majesty's sovereignty is not questioned by moderate men.
If His Majesty were assured that as Massachusetts grows rich, so will his exchequer, he might promise not to extinguish your charter.
Charles Stuart promised England justice and no persecution.
Assure His Majesty that he will enjoy the bounty of his new world.
I was lost and afraid. They healed me with love.
Love?
They believed I was sent by the Great Spirit to bear a son who would reunite their tribe.
Why did this Great Spirit not send them one of their own kind? So you forgot who you were and where you came
I did not forget. But I could not bear to remember. I had to survive.
Why are you so angry? Let me tell you why I had to make a deal with that villain Randolph. Ned, it isn't about bending the knee to the English king. It's about how we preserve our independence, how we protect our liberty.
How are you preserving our independence?
By never challenging Charles Stuart and never asking him for anything. Even in the war, when the savages were massacring us by the hundreds, burning our towns, we never asked for his help. Why not? Because we don't want English troops in Massachusetts. He'd use them to crush us the way he did your friends in Oxford. I need some fresh air.
The Indians burned our towns because we agreed to share the land and then we took it from them.
Let me tell you what I dream of.
I dream of a vast continent, a republic where millions of men live free from tyranny.
And the Hawkins Bay Company can help this dream come true. But only if we stay united.
And we must not let the Indians get in the way of our new nation. And we must not let womanish sensibilities stand in the way of what needs to be done. Your English friend could bring down the company if she reveals who she is, what she knows. You must take her to Pond Farm, beyond the causeway, and let her have the child there, out of town.
Father! The dream, Ned. The company. Promise me!
I promise. I promise.
There is so much of this beautiful land. You're a good man, Ned. I know you will do the right thing.
I need to be sure what the right thing is, Beth. For all of us.
A town cannot be built on the graves of innocents. Tear up that quitclaim. Return the land to Masca's tribe so they can go home.
As you all know, it was my father's wish that I should take over the Hawkins Bay Company. I've decided to do so. There will be changes in the way that we do business. No more stealing land from the Indians.
Hold on, Ned.
And no more bearing down on settlers for higher rents.
What's he talking about?
I want this company to lead the way in defending the independence of Massachusetts. As part of a continental republic.
You'll ruin us! All we hear from Old England is how ruthlessly Charles Stuart is dealing with opposition. We should be cooperating with Randolph, not provoking him.
They are the past. We are the future. You're doing the right thing.
He must lead his people. Remember your promise.
I promise.
Call him Kizos, child of the rising sun.
Monmouth exiled to the Netherlands. Colonel Sidney on trial for his life, for imagining the death of the king and stirring up a rebellion. Half the kingdom have imagined the death of this king.
Can you arrest someone for the thoughts inside their head? Today I imagined stabbing Hardwick through the heart to be rid of him.
Hardwick beat her and turned us out of doors.
Would he not stay and eat with us?
No.
Do not go to London. I beg you. They will kill you.
They think I'm dead already.
Expect no more. His heart lies at the bottom of the ocean.
Colonel Sidney and myself and diverse others met at his house in Seven Dials, where we discussed the assassination of the King and the Duke of York at the Rye House.
If this is so, my Lord Howard shall be charged alongside me.
Be silent!
And he owes me a great sum of money. Which he hopes to avoid paying. The law requires 2 witnesses to an act of high treason. Where is your second?
Here is the manuscript found in Colonel Sidney's house, my lord.
The power of calling and dissolving parliaments is not in the king. The people have not merely a right, but a duty to disobey bad laws and kill a tyrant. Treason on every page. Overturn the king, give power to the people.
Sir, your second witness. My own private thoughts. A man should be free to write what he pleases unless he publish it. Is English justice brought so low?
These papers are proof Colonel Sidney imagined the death of the king. That act of the mind is treason, though it remain in the heart. It cannot be punished, however, until it is written down. In that instant, those thoughts become an intention to act. Now the law can take hold of it and punish it as high treason. After this evidence, I think no man will doubt it was in the heart of Colonel Sidney to destroy the king.
Guilty.
The cause must live on, Abe. These are my last words. On the day of my execution, I shall hand them to the sheriff, but Jeffries will suppress them. Take this copy out into the world. Send it to your young friends in Massachusetts.
I will avenge you, sir. Jeffries will be my first mark.
The time for violence and vengeance is gone, my friend. The day is theirs. But tomorrow will belong to us. If we show we're better men than they are by how we live and how we die. You once learned how to save lives, not take them. God gave you a healing touch. Find it again.
There's a strong one sent a sign yet.
How did you know?
Massachusetts law, all boys must learn to kill Indians.
Come on, boys! Kill the dog! Kill the devil! Kill the dog! Kill the devil! Yeah.
Look at my son. Is he a devil?
must find another hiding place.
I'll fetch help.
Beth, it's us.
How can our sons ever live in peace when you teach children to hate and kill?
They can't. Too much blood has been spilt. The Red Man will never stop trying to take back what he once had. We will never move off the land we settled with our own blood. Boys like my son will always have to carry guns.
Then I will take my son to his rightful home upriver. Did you destroy that quitclaim?
I can't do that, Beth. Not without losing the support of the shareholders. And if I lose them, I lose the company. And if I lose the company, I have no power to defend the might of Charles Stuart when he tries to take away our liberties.
How dare you talk of liberties? You saw what was done to Maskin, the tribe.
I also saw what was done to the godly people of Hadley.
And there will be no end to this. You will go on swallowing this land up until there is
I want to
nothing
help build a
left
new
of it.
nation. Not another England suffocating in privilege and corruption. A new world for free men to live in.
The Indians were free until you settlers came. Abe Goff would champion the weak, not the strong.
Abe Goff is dead, Beth.
He died in Oxford jail. Another failed attempt to kill the king. The town militia will soon be combing these woods. We need to move you now, Beth.
Wait.
Nolka? They will take him far into the woods, beyond the reach of the white man. He will live the life of his father. If he stays among white men, will he be free, or will he be a slave like me?
Beth, don't go. I will go with them. Jesus. Jesus. Wait, what? Nolka, I'm coming.
No. Not you. You do not belong with us.
No! Jesus! Let me go with him! Jesus! Jesus! Jesus!
Fatales. And Polypody for convulsions.
Pillbugs. For bad digestion.
I beg you to come to the clay pits. My son's leg is crushed. Please.
Get that boy away from here. Enough time has been wasted. I'll get to it.
Right. We have to move him.
Help us.
Be brave, boy.
Brave boy, you're nearly done. Hold him.
Will he walk again? So he'll be a cripple. Is this all there is for us now? To live out our lives under the heels of tyrants like Ardwick?
No, Ralph. That's not all there is for you. It is the absolute right of the people. These are the last words of an English hero. His name was Colonel Sidney. They cut off his head for thinking these thoughts. The people have not only a right, but a duty to disobey bad laws and kill a tyrant.
There is not a king in the world that hath any title to his crown, nor can his heir have any.
Printed in Rotterdam, 1,000 were found hidden on a ship bound for Massachusetts.
And this sedition has already traveled to the New World.
Brother, why do you hesitate? Annul their charter. Make Boston bend the knee to English rule.
You'll find nothing here.
Day will come, fellow Bostonians, when you have to decide whether you are subjects of the old world or citizens of this new one. Curtains. Our new home.
Curtains?
For dressing windows. The latest fashion in old England.
No need for English vanities here. We have shutters.
I asked Bristol to put one in every bolt of cloth they sent to us.
He's dead. The king's dead.
The Duke of Monmouth has raised an army in Holland ready to invade England.
Let me see. This news is already 2 months old.
Monmouth could be king by now. It is time I went home. Monmouth is king. I can hope for a pardon, no more hiding.
And if he is not? What if the rebellion was crushed?
No matter, Ned. England is stirring again. The grip of the Stuarts is loosening. I must play my part. Just as my mother would have done. Ned, do you think me foolish?
You asked me that a long time ago, on the roof of Fanshawe House. I did not then, and I do not now. I think you brimful of love and courage. The bravest man I ever knew gave me this. May it bring you good fortune. Shall we ever meet again?
One day I shall return to find my son. Farewell, dear friend.
Please persuade him not to join Monmouth's rebellion.
No. He should be leading our troop. And if you were a lad, I'd take you with me.
What troop?
Mark my word, they'll be here any minute.
Abe, please.
Adam, the country will not rise up. The great men are all dead, and those that live are too comfortable in their soft beds.
It is you that will not rise up. It is you that is too comfortable.
Grandfather.
Will you wait another 20 years? Do you want to leave this battle to old men? No. It must be won by young men, that you may fashion a new world from your victory.
There will be no victory, Adam.
King James has stopped work on Winchester Palace.
Really? His Majesty has weightier matters on his mind.
The rebellion?
The King's army will cut Monmouth's motley crew to ribbons. Those left standing I shall hang on every tree between Taunton and Dorchester. King James commands I shall strike terror into their hearts. I must do this to protect our King and preserve our way of life.
To our way of life.
Farewell, Abe. I have always loved you. Loved you. Loved you.
Overturn, overturn, overturn.
Grandfather!
Come on. Stand by me, comrade in arms.
Why should we Americans bend the knee to the king of a small island on the other side of the world?
Bold men in England are rising up against the new tyrant, James Stewart. We must seize the moment. Hold Algernon Sidney's words in your hearts, and they will live forever. Once liberty is gone, my friends, it is gone forever. This hand, enemy to tyrants, seeks peace with liberty.
looking for an old man from Oxfordshire. He had his granddaughter with him.
Charlie Bristol ducks.
Pressure on that. Have some water.
The port is closing by order of King James!
What happened?
Butchered.
Were you from Monmouth?
He ran away. Ill cause is dead and gone.
Last coach to Oxford. Seats left on the coach to Oxford.
When does it leave?
Leaves in an hour.
I'll take it.
I'm looking for an old man from Oxfordshire. He had his granddaughter with him.
There was a girl. Dressed as a boy. Helping an old man along.
What became of them?
The King's men caught up with us 2 miles east on the Oxford Road. I think the girl and the old man escaped.
Dear God, you have abandoned us. And I have brought this upon us all.
I took him home to Whighton Woods, and there we made a bed on the hard ground. Hidden away, we healed each other's wounds while the world beyond began to turn once more. Sometimes the world is turned by the bravery and sacrifice of extraordinary men and women who risk all in the cause of liberty and justice and love. After all the loss, the grief, the suffering, love heals and restores. Love endures.